we're going to be working with a look that is perfect for people that have hooded eyes or Asian eyes or even small eyes. This look can work on anybody, but this is specifically tailored towards people with hooded eyes or people that don't have a lot of lid space to work with. And pardon my voice, I think I'm still a little sick, so you get the gravelly voice today. So I'm gonna zoom in and go ahead and get started. Also, excuse my eyebrows, I'm trying to grow them out to change their shape a little bit, so they're a little ratty right now. To begin, I'm taking a sparkly shimmery lavender shade. It's slightly sheer from this baked Sephora trio here. I'm kind of mixing these two together. So any light lavender, shimmery, opalescent sort of color will do. And it's just going from lid to brow, and I'm extending it out on the side just a little bit. And that's gonna be our base that we're gonna work on top of. And just as a fair warning, this is one of those instances where things are gonna look a little crazy before they start to look better. Next, I'm gonna begin sketching out the shape that I kind of wanna aim for this look. So I'm using a matte black, just a plain matte black. You can use a satin finish if you prefer. Just a Mary Kay color here. And I'm using this on a smaller paddle brush. And I'm gonna start at the lash line and sort of build up into sort of an extended shape. I'm not really going for a swoop here. I'm just kind of extending the top line of the eye out a little bit to match or to come closer to where my eyebrow ends. And I'm also gonna bring the shadow below the eye with a little stubby smudger brush. So this is the point where it just kind of looks a little crazy or scary before you add in any of the other colors, blending or anything like that. So I did blend on the bottom lash line a little bit to to kind of soften up that line. I didn't blend on the top because we're going to be using our next color to do that for us. So I'm kind of taking a mid-tone purple, very cool tone purple, sort of a periwinkle, darker periwinkle color. Just taking that on this little short dense brush here, and I'm going to be going on top of the black along this top line here, leaving the black on the actual lid alone. So I'm taking this dusty pink color, and if you want to, you can mix it with a little bit of the brighter or darker colors. I think I'm just going to go in with this color here on this sort of dome-shaped blending brush here. And we're going to put this in a place that might seem a little odd, and it's going to go kind of from the inner corner here, and it's not going to go too far in. You only want to go about 1/3 of the way, and it's going to kind of diffuse it out. It's sort of going to make your eyes look deeper set, and it kind of gives like a watercolor sort of effect too. So I'm just getting that on my brush here and going in with that, and this will be blended over as well. So it looks like that color is not showing up too well, so I am actually mixing it a little bit. So make sure that you're using something relatively pigmented for this. I didn't make a very good choice here. Now when we start adding the highlight is when things start blending together a little bit more. So even though we put this sort of odd color here on the inside, we're going to take the shimmery white. I'm using the small brush, whatever you like to use to highlight the inner corners of your eyes. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that over top of the inside part of that magenta sort of color. And I'm also taking that same pearly white shadow on this sort of fluffier paddle shaped brush, and I'm going to put that under my eyebrow here and start blending that in with the black and the purple that's there. This should give you a much more diffused look, and at this point you can go in and add some of that purple back in if you want to. I'm going to add just a little bit more. And if you feel like it needs to be diffused anymore, you can take sort of an off-white kind of shade like this on that same type of brush and just tap it over the areas that you think need a little bit more diffusing. And you can go around the bottom edge here. I consider false lashes to be very important for people with hooded eyes, especially for stage. So I'm actually just going to be using some little tiny half lashes on my outer corners for today, and layering my mascara over that to help blend them. And I'll put those on and be right back. Alright, and here we go. I'm going to start adding my eyeliner. You can use any sort of liquid or gel liner for this. I would not suggest pencil, it's just not going to get you a sharp enough line. You can use the traditional dipping liquid liners or a pen liner or a gel liner. I happen to prefer a cake liner, so that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm going to use it on the brush if I can find it. Okay. I'm just going to be using that. I like the Laura Mercier cake liner, and with any sort of eyeliner sealer, I'm using one that's actually discontinued, but the one from Eyes Lips Face is really good. So I'm going to start by just lining the upper and lower lash lines, and I'm not going to line all the way to the corner on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go into the corners, the very corners, with a little pointed Q-tip here and sort of try to wipe some of that away. You can use a little bit of makeup remover if you want to. So we almost want like a little bit of a space here. We almost want like a little bit of a space here, but we're going to be accentuating that with a white in just a couple of moments. I just like to wipe away some of the excess so that the white doesn't immediately turn gray. Alright, so I'm adding a little bit of a wing on the upper lash line, and I'm also going to take a wing on the lower lash line, and the two lines are not going to meet at the end. They're going to be their separate lines. So that's also going to keep the eyes really open and big looking. Now I'm taking NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk. You can also use a white eyeliner or a very opaque matte white eyeshadow with some liner sealer, almost as a cake liner for this. This is just what I've got on hand. Since it's such a chubby end on the pencil, I'm taking a little pointed Q-tip. You can also use a an angled brush. You can also, wow, my voice just seems to keep getting worse. You can also use an angled brush or an eyeliner or any sort of eyeliner brush. And I'm just gonna take that on the edge, the very tip of that pointed pencil. And I'm going as far in on the corner as I can, and I'm taking that in between those two lines to sort of accentuate it. After that, I'm going to take a couple of rhinestones. I actually suggest using some slightly bigger than the ones I have. These are just what I have on hand now. Use your eyelash glue and put those right outside, sort of in the middle of that white space. Finally, I'm going to add some glitter. I have these gigantic tubs of cosmetic glitter from Coastal Scents. And I'm just going to do a light application. I'm going to try not to get it too far down on the lid and keep it sort of high up here. Alright, I'm just going to clean up the fallout from under my eyes and I'll be back.